vulnerable and unprotected. As household finances are being strained and needs increase, out of school children are more likely to be exposed to risks like family violence, child labor, forced marriage, trafficking and exploitation, including by responders. For the most vulnerable children, education is life saving. Not only does it provide safety and protection, importantly, it also instills hope for a brighter future. Well, let's take a call right now and note the number 0404 779967. It's School Scan. SCAN. It's not scam, it's School Scan. Hello?
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 Hello? Can you get me?
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Welcome to School Scan. May I know your name, sir?
Yeah, I am Sharma. I am a writer by profession.
Hello, Mr. Sharma. Very nice to have you on the show. Our question is, what is the present education scenario during this time of pandemic?
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting discussion because the COVID has changed the entire pattern in all the departments of the world, and education is no exception by this. So in India, of late we are really recognizing the difficulties we are put into by this COVID, and the complete lockdown has really shattered the regular pattern of our education system altogether. So as we are already off to the academic year, the educationists have really thought about a lot about the continuity of education, because in all the learning process.
Well, one more question is, see how commercial our Indian schools are. See, there is the privatization of schools. Is it good or bad? What do you think of that? The privatization of schools.
Privatization of schools.
And one more thing, the fees is not same in all the schools. It's different from different schools. You know that, right?
Yes. In fact, that is going to play a major role in deciding the fate of so many lakhs of students.
Okay.
Because the privatization of education, though started with a very good motive,
Okay.
of late it turned into, it has become a quite commercial concern for the people who are managing all these institutions. The very noble idea with which they started these institutions has been replaced by a commercial motive to make profits out of this holy practice of learning. Actually, the learning has got to be, in India, the learning is a very sacred activity, and any amount of fees charged directly towards learning is considered to be a sin in the good old days. But of late, with the input cost being on the
Mr. Sharma, I just want to ask you a personal question. Do you have children?
Yes.
What's his age, he or she? What's his name?
His age around 9 years.
9 years.
Going
Oh,
to
well.
fourth standard.
So, as a parent, what do you think of the schooling system, and what do you think, from your perspective, the admission fee of different schools are different from its when compared to all the schools, right? The fees are different.
Yes. Yes.
So, what changes does government want from your side?
Actually, I badly want the government to uniformize the fee pattern because it's quite confusing.
See, many of the
We go
other,
by the-
there are the top countries, they are giving free education. You know that, right?
Yes, yes. Actually, though we cannot ask the government for the free education at the present scenario, at least it must minimize the cost and it must uniformize the pattern, because we cannot expect each school to charge on its own. At least that has to be brought down initially. Later, if government is really able to put more funds into this education sector, then it can even offer the education free to everyone. That will be the very nice thing. But to start with, it is good if at least the costs are minimized, and that whatever cost the parent is expected to pay, it has to be almost uniform everywhere. Now, as a parent, I really feel very bad when I go to some schools under the name of international schooling. They are charging around 2 lakh per annum, even for fourth standard. So it's becoming a real burden on our part.
See, for a
To
person
meet
who
those
is earning
requirements.
around 30 to 40,000 or even less than that, is 2 lakhs per annum. Do you think is it fair for a middle class person?
Really,
So if it is,
really,
let me complete my question, Mr. Sharma. If you think a private school or a college or whatever the educational institution, if it can give only privatization or private institution can give only good education,
yes.
who created this social stigma that only this private school or institution can give a valuable education?
Actually, we can better call it a kind of demonstrative effect because there is a stigma in the middle class or even in the higher class sectors that sending one's children to international schools or some branded schools is going to assure a very good future for the children. So whatever be the shortcomings or whatever be the pain the parents are expected to take, they are really readily accepting all the pain only to send their children to such bigger institutions to ensure that their life will be better after graduating. So it's a kind of myth which has been created in the society and it has turned of late it has turned into a kind of demonstration effect. So everyone is compelled to seek such schools only and put their voice only into such institutions.
Well, as a parent, my another question is that do you think the government schools are of no use when compared to private schools?
Never. Actually, I always place government schools on top of the list because the government schools are fundamentally created with a kind of methodology which is really missing in the private institutions. The private institutions may be really very good to look at, may be very convenient for the students to interact with, and may be very delightful for the parents also to send their children into it. But what is missing is the methodology of learning. In the government schools, though they may not look attractive, though the other amenities are not present, there is a certain prefixed methodology which will really help the child grasp the content better than the private schools.
So through
I
you,
really advise.
Mr. Sharma, through your voice, how can we, the schools can voice to the government for the government schools to compete with the private schools or even better than that?
Yes, now the government, it's my personal advice would be something like this. The government has to really check out all its institutions. Then it has to provide them with whatever minimum. Even some government schools are lacking it.
See, why it should be minimum? It should be a complete, right? Because the taxes are not minimum, it's equal to everyone.
Actually, the country is very vast. The requirements are really very great and the expenditure is going to be really mammoth. So the government may not be able to meet all those things.
To look
So
out the
whatever
expenditure and to plan everything, we have each and every designated role placed in the government, yes or not?
Yes.
So why we should compromise as a society or as a citizen? Are you paying your taxes, Mr. Sharma?
Yes, very much I am paying.
If you are paying, why do you think you have to compromise?
No, I am not asking for the compromise. I am saying at least they should provide that. Because now government, all the political parties which are coming into the power are really being powered and fueled by such private institutions. This is a well-known, evidenced fact. There is no doubt about it.
Well, do you have
So
information there are few of political leaders, they are having their own schools? Do you know that?
Definitely. That's why all
So
the-
as a politician, why do they choose or why do they want their own schools when they are government schools? Why don't want to concentrate on the government schools?
Actually, they have got their own vested self-interest. That is why they want to open up these schools under the pretext that they want to serve the society better.
What do you
But it
think
is not to
we should
serve
be
the
doing?
society.
What do you think we should be doing?
What we should be doing is that all the enlightened people, citizens, should form a society. They should really send forth their voice. Now I am really happy that the CBR news channel, English news channel, has come out with a wonderful program.
Well, thank you so much.
The schools can, wherein we all can, the public can voice forth their feelings in a very easy manner, in an effective manner, so that it reaches everyone. See, this collective consciousness will really hit upon the government, then government will be forced to enforce something very new and very good for the
See, we
society.
don't want to hit government or we are not anti-government. We are just the voice of people. Mr. Sharma?
No, by hitting, I mean it will touch their concern.
Okay.
Not physical hitting. It's only a kind of, it will make them understand. It will bring to light the real situation. So that type of provoking or making them known about all these facts is what is really intended, and that job is being admirably done by this particular program.
And coming to the next question, I just want to clear it with you. How good is the online education? Is it really needed, or what do you think of the online education?
From a personal point of view, I really believe that online education is only a makeshift education.
See, the online is there even before the corona also, right?
Yes.
Why it is suddenly an online education now? With the name of online education, the schools want to make a business out of it? Or is it the need of the hour that should be needed?
Pardon?
Is it the need of the hour that online education is needed, or what do you think of this?
Actually, the need of the hour forces us to adopt online education as there is no other means available.
I want to add up this also. Do you think online education should be charged?
No, not at all, because online education should never be charged.
If it is charged, we can only pay the internet charges of 600 or 500 rupees. Don't you think that?
Yes, really, you are really reasonable and correct also.
Yeah.
But the scenario outside is quite different. There, they are making, I mean...
Instead of saying being different, we can state it as it's commercial.
100%, there is no doubt about it, because they want to make school as the center of earning, not learning.
Okay.
So their focus is completely different.
So India cannot afford a great education or good education because of this commercial aspect.
Actually,
We only fall under numbers or percentages, not the valuable education what we are going to think or going to aspire.
yeah, that's true, because education doesn't mean only some information. Education is something which will make a man stand up on his own feet.
Because of this
And
reason,
there is
India
a
can be
model
only a developing country, not a developed country.
Yes, we are in a transition phase, no doubt.
So
But
which thought do you
education
think in
always
a, excuse me, which thought in a society should be changed for a better society?
the very thought which is required for the society is to understand that education is not connected with the percentages which the student scores. The percentage which is given by the schools is only a very grim picture, or it's only a partial indication of the ability of the student. It does not portray his entire capabilities. The thing is, the student has to be trained holistically in all his cognitive faculties.
See, I think it's the time for the government schools to wake up, or what do you think? Is it the right sentence what I used, or you want to correct it?
No, actually, it is okay, but the government schools are already awakened to this situation. But what is needed is that they need little more momentum and understanding, and some kind of understanding with the society also.
Sir, it was stated that the government teachers are well paid, or even more than the private teachers. Where the momentum is lacking? Where the momentum is lacking, you think?
The momentum to take up to their duties.
And also one more thing I want to state it, sir. There is no.
That's true, because they have got a wonderful leave system which they can avail. They can be absent even for many months together and still can be in duties without any kind of difficulty. So many facilities are there with the government teachers. Only thing is they have to be very true to their profession, because teaching is a very honorable profession. So
You stated something regarding momentum. I just want you to concentrate on that point, sir.
definitely, the momentum which I was speaking about is with respect to the teachers to understand that the school is meant for enlightening the child who enters into it. So they have to really gain that momentum by having some kind of talk with the fellow teachers. Then they have to really recognize that what the inputs they give to the students now will really bear fruit, and it will save or it will serve the entire country. So if they have that larger perspective, and that momentum naturally comes for them to dedicate more energies to teaching, to give extra training to those children who are really finding it difficult. The main difference between the government schools and the private schools falls only at this point, because in the private schools, if any student is lagging behind, certainly there is a section of teachers who are meant only for that purpose. They will give special focus on that child. But in the government schools, it will be given a uniform kind of teaching is given. Whomever is good enough to receive will receive. The other person will lag behind.
See,
forever.
in government schools, what are the changes you think should be changed for them to be competitive, to compete with the private, so-called private schools?
Definitely, actually, physically speaking, the government schools should be equipped better. The facilities, some facilities or basic facilities are needed. Labs, then the kind of the classrooms, everything, the where they can sit and all, the infrastructure, everything needs to be first. It has to be set right.
Sir, I think I have one small idea. If you could correct me, if you like
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
If a IAS son goes to a government school,
Yes.
that particular government school will be changed automatically. What do you think? Will you accept it?
That's true, because
If an IPS son will go to a government school, that school will be taken care. Well,
yes, I have seen.
if a
the
politician's
also
son
that,
son or daughter will go to that small government school,
yes,
will that government school be changed or not?
I completely agree with you, because if the leaders of the society send their children to the government schools, naturally the government schools will improve, and people also will take it very seriously. When such a big
People are busy in paying taxes, not busy in asking questions, sir.
Yes, that is the fate of our country. If people really realize that when we are paying taxes, we can also extract the benefits from the society or from the government, they don't have that realization to look back. So if that tendency is really aroused,
Or the government is having a concession of schooling apart from taxes, sir. The taxes are not included for schooling.
that may be a wonderful idea, but we have to see how far it really materializes.
So, as a parent, what are the other points that schools, through schools, are beneficial to the school, the parents, or the school? Out of two of these, who are more beneficial?
Actually, government schools are really good for the students, but of late it's becoming very difficult because there are so many restrictions with it. In the private schools, the changes which we really want to have is that there should be minimization of the tuition fee or the course fee, and second thing is it should be uniform in the same category of the schools. Then the third thing is there shouldn't be any kind of extra fees. In between they charge so many things. That and all should be completely demolished. Then the other accessories, they have to be kept minimum. Now in the form of some kind of activity learning and all, they are making even the poor parents go for some costly gadgets. That is not possible with everyone. It is like giving pain to them. So that has to be minimized. Where it is necessary, then only it should be stressed. If such simple things are corrected, then it is okay to get on with these schools also.
Sir, we have collected some questions regarding from other parents in the school scan. So we just want to rotate those questions with other parents to get better answers, and we just want to voice the best answers. So the thing is there any requirement for admission fee during this point of time for the schools? There are schools who are collecting donation fee.
Yes.
So do you agree with that? The admission fee, the donation fee, or the school fee, and it's must and should that you have to buy the books from the particular institution. You have to buy the school uniform from particular institution. Even a pen, eraser, whatever it is. Do you encourage this?
Never, never.
The parents can get it 40 to 50% less outside.
Yes.
So the schools are making business. What do you think of this? There is a
The private schools are thriving not on the course fee. They are thriving only on such extracurricular fees. which is being collected. We have to, from badges, as you said, from the socks, from the shoe, everything needs to be purchased only from the stores of the school.
So do you encourage
That is
this?
where they, no, never. I would never encourage, because it is really against the very spirit of education. Every parent is not equally economically well enough to afford all these things. So there are differences. So we should not make it mandatory that a particular this thing should be purchased only at the school.
To whom we have to voice these points? Because none of the government officials or any of the parents, they don't dare to ask these questions to an institution, because they are really worried about their child, right?
Yes, yes,
If we ask, our child will be cornered.
yes.
So the parents will be worrying about this, or they will be scared to ask these questions, right?
Definitely.
So to whom we have to take these questions or these queries to? What do you think as a parent? We are just asking questions, sir. We are not deciding anything. We are just asking you questions.
No, I am really happy with your questions, because they are really useful and they are really projecting our internal struggle and strife during our, schooling of our children outside. So really we welcome such questions. Here the basic need is the schools have to be more considerate. They have to really look into the effects which the fees structure is going to make with respect to the parents. They have to really be kind enough to reduce all the unnecessary expenditure. They need not impose conditions like everything has to be brought only from them. That really curtails the freedom of the parent, and it really makes the thing very expensive also. So such things should be curtailed. Education should be made more open, more interactive, and less techno-savvy, because already children are having so many technical gadgets. So why impose more technical things? They will be unnecessarily subjected to such harmful electromagnetic radiation at a very young age, which is really not required, not advised by the medical professionals. So such care should be taken by the educational institutions to make them more effective and affordable.
That's really fantastic speaking with you, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you.
And we would like to get some feedback on the school scan. If you are free and all, please give us few words about the school scan.
Yeah, really, School Scan is a wonderful effort by the CVR English News Channel.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you,
because
sir.
It is really bothered about one of the most commonly asked questions with respect to the students' education. Every parent is worried as to how best they can provide the education to the student. So they are in that process they encounter so many difficulties, and we have no platform to voice what our concern. Presently, this school scan is a wonderful medium not only for me, but to many other parents who have so many things to share with you in future, I believe.
Please also specify to your neighbors who are parents to young children,
Definitely.
so that we can
Definitely.
have some important questions or important points, we can voice them.
Definitely, I will spread this to my friends. And
Thank you,
colleagues
sir.
also. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, continuing education through alternative learning pathways as soon as possible must also be a top priority right now, to ensure the interruption to education is as limited as possible. Well, you can call on to the number 0404779967 to School Scan. We'll be waiting to take your calls for wonderful queries, to voice your queries regarding anything related to schools, students, learning, education. We urgently need to support teachers, parents, caregivers, innovators, communications, experts, and all those who are positioned to provide education. Whether through radio programs, homeschooling, online learning, and other innovative approaches,